Tanner Holmes right now, and hey, we're at a kart race, huh?
Yeah, we're at, why not race 12 months a year? I mean, you got to find something to do when no one's doing nothing. Here at the Timber 50, though, glad you were able to come and see some kart racing. And this is on a Friday, so we locked in yesterday, had a good night, and won the feature, and should be rolling off from the pole of tomorrow's dash. So I mean, no matter what you're racing, it's fun if you're in a good car and things are going right. And how I'd race a lawnmower if I didn't have anything else to do, I'd be racing a lawnmower. Just going, so we're here at kart racing, we're having fun.
Yeah, I got to rip the rookie stripe off, huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you got the caution flags rolling around the pit area. Cool. I mean, I always enjoy this. This is where I come from. This is home. For me, a lot of people ask, why do I kart race and this and that, and why do I still go? For me, it's just something fun to do. I got good people behind me with QRC, and I feel like I owe to them as well for what they've done to help my career. So I try to give back to them as much as I can and give back to the sport of kart racing. And then also, like I said, this is where all my friends and family are at. So it'd be like, if all your friends and family went to a function or at the movies or whatever, like, would you not go with them? Like, so that's just, we're here. We're having a good time.
Now, Kyler just walked by. Talk about Kyler, your relationship with Kyler, and I know he's been on the car. He's sponsored you. And how did you meet Kyler, and what's your relationship with Kyler?
Yeah, so we met back in, we probably met in 2016 or 17. I always knew of him. He started Fast Forward Media, obviously. He was doing, working hard doing that and, help promoting the sport and filming Red Bluff. And, I met him as I started doing some of my video stuff. And it's actually funny. He'll never remember this story, but how I originally, probably our first actual interaction, I posted my first YouTube video September 3rd or whatever, 2016. And the next day, I walked by him in the pits at Cycleland Speedway, and he said, hey, I seen your video. If you ever want to come into the booth and you want to talk or whatever, like, hit me up, let me know. And, like, that was our first, like, kind of interaction was that. He saw one of my first videos, and then, boom, we just became friends. I never ended up in the booth or anything crazy like that, but...
You should.
I know, it'd be fun.
But you're too good a racer to be.
Yeah. But so we had some fun doing that. And, then became friends and just, hung out more at the races. And obviously he's always doing so much for the sport. And so over time, he's always running ideas by me. Started Fast Forward Promotions, now promoting this a big event and, wanting to do more. He wants the sport to be successful and to grow. So it's awesome, what he does. And I stand fully behind him. I think people don't realize how hard he works. And, he literally puts everything in the sport at all costs.
And we'll talk about, before we get into some sprint car, we got to touch on sprint car. We can't not do that. So before we do that, you lock the 18T in to the race. That's a big thing because now you don't have to race tonight. And as you know, there was lots of carnage last night and chaos. So we don't have to deal with that tonight.
For sure, yeah. No, it's like we were just talking. Like, kart racing, it can be hit or miss. Like, some nights when things go really good, it's the most exciting thing you've ever watched. Some nights you watch, it's like, oh gosh. And last night, fortunately, the track, they were struggling to get a second lane and to build, a racing surface kind of. So for us, luckily I qualified good, did everything right, and got to start in the right spots and was able to lead all the laps. So I kind of was able to just stay out of all that, but still makes it tough. And obviously you want to put on the best show, and some of that also is up to us racers. All the best kart guys, they get going good, but then as you get farther back, it can be the other way around. But it's just part of it, and hopefully tonight they get something a little better. They tried to reconfigure the track a little bit and mess with the bottom, so we're gonna watch and keep an eye on it. But no matter what, we're in a great position. And I mean, here at Roseburg, we've had a lot of success since I was younger, winning races, and so this is kind of the one that I haven't won and would like to. A great payout tomorrow. Great payout just to start the feature. I think you should note, like, a good 410 show, is about the same purse we have here at Timber 50. 4,000 to win, 500 to start. That's pretty great.
Yeah, and clean sweep, right? Is that they still call it the same here in the kart racing?
Yeah. We won everything yesterday and won. See, we don't have this problem. We have in the sprint car races, guys aren't just firing up cars in the pit area. We have cars, people just start anyway. But what I was saying,
we got a pretty good mic, so
luckily we won everything yesterday, and we won the prelude on Tuesday. So we're basically 100% on the week. So there's the job's not finished, but we're part of the way there.
All right, and then we got to talk. We can't not talk about sprint car racing. What an amazing couple months for you, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the saying, life changing. I think it's easy for people to say that, and not necessarily. I don't mean they don't mean it, but truly like a life changing opportunity for myself to get to go run with Shark Racing, and not just a little change, from just, I was getting ready to go run my last shows of the year with the Outlaws and Trophy Cup and this and that, and then I all of a sudden was going to Eldora and Williams Grove and Port Royal and Devil's Bowl and Charlotte and like notable places that like I need to run, I need to be at, and I think it can be intimidating too. And to do that with Shark Racing was really cool. And I always knew of Bobby Allen. I knew that he was the original Outlaw. And now I know Bobby Allen, like what a good dude, like just a true race car driver, and like does it the right way and never give up attitude, and like I said, just truly good at what he does. We'll get to the racetrack at all costs. Shark Racing does it a little different. They maybe work with a little bit less than everyone else, but they're just as competitive. And they've been on the road 10 years. And I know at the beginning, a lot of people thought they would never make it. And now, they won the Million. They're competing at Knoxville Nationals. They're, like I said, the list goes on. So working with Bobby, working alongside Logan, getting to work with Jake a little bit was awesome.
So what was your highlights of doing that whole thing? Was there any personal highlights for you on this Outlaw swing there?
Yeah, I think, you always want to run it better. I think we had our good nights are really good, your bad nights are really bad. That's just how that goes. The Outlaws are like that. I think my highlight was, how good the good nights did go. Like, first right off the bat at Jackson, quick time, get through, drawing good in the dash, starting up front, and running on the podium. That was awesome. The first night at Skagit when we won everything until the A, like that could have easily been a perfect night, and then you win an Outlaw show. So stuff like that. And then even the night at Port Royal where we just ran top 10, but I started like 16th, and it was more the guys I passed. Like, I drove by Brent Marks, drove by Brian Brown, drove by Brad Sweet. Like, so just little victories like that. I think you have those situations show like, hey, I can do this. And when we get everything right, like we're just right there with everyone else. It's just all about combination and getting it comfortable for me giving the right feedback to my team. And, I think we're just so early working together. You're kind of going through some of those growing pains in 25 races. And like I said, I had good people behind me that definitely sped up that learning curve. And, I think we did at least enough to kind of show that I could be competitive out on the Outlaw Tour in situations, and, definitely have a lot of room to grow.
I know you put a video out on, you don't really have plans for next year, and I know you'll announce those when you have those, but so I guess I'll ask it like this. How do you think that will propel to get on the whatever tour you want to be on?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm going to try to do my best. What I can say is, like, I'm going to try to do whatever I can to put together an opportunity, whether that's, I just want to be out on the road. I need to be. Now is kind of time in my life. I'm 20 years old. I want to, whether that's
20, holy smokes, huh?
Whether that's with High Limit or whether that's with Outlaws, like, to me, all that doesn't, matter as much. I think right now what's going on in the sprint car world is actually the greatest thing. And it's crazy to me, watching. I read through Twitter and this and that, and like I see so much complaining about what's going on. I don't get it. I think right now is the greatest time to be a sprint car driver. All good things are happening. Right now we're going to have double the amount of teams that are going to be making money, racing. Tracks are going to be getting awesome shows, big paying shows. Crowds are going to be like, people are not going to not tune into this. So I think it's all good stuff. And for me, I just want to have the opportunity to be a part of it, whether it's in my own car if I make that happen. Or whether that's with another team. Like I said, I don't have anything right now actually legit at all. I wish I did. I would tell you guys all, but so I'm just working. These next 30 to 60 days are going to be crucial to put some things in place, see what I can maybe put together, and no matter what though, I need to be out there. So I think more likely than not, you'll see me doing something in the Midwest, maybe full time, maybe part time. I don't, whatever. As much as I absolutely humanly possibly can, we'll be all in to be a part of what's going to happen in sprint car racing in 2024, because it's probably going to be one of the most crazy years yet probably of all time.
All right, well, good luck here at Timber 50, and good luck with all that. And when we'll get you back on the show, and we'll talk about it.
Definitely. Hopefully, no matter what, I'll be in the Northwest at some point. Racing, whether that's with those guys going through or Dirt Cup, or I don't want to miss any of that too. So definitely be on Shaun In the Dirt. I'll definitely be on the show again, and hopefully we'll be talking after some cool stuff.
Chili Bowl? Are we gonna get in the Chili Bowl again?
That is the plan, yeah. Chili Bowl. So that is,
I'll be there. Nathan and I and Andrew are coming. So you'll be in the Northwest. I think he's planning on doing that Northwest extra money again.
Yeah. Did Chance Crum win that? Yeah, I need. So
yeah.
I think Chance won that last year. I think I was a couple mains behind him. So the goal this year is
one.
Yeah.
One main.
This year, if I can keep it on all fours on my prelim, maybe I'll have a better shot.
Yeah. All right. This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt.